So welcome back, and thank you first to all those people who've made comments on the earlier videos, both the ones suggesting things to do and also those just offering support. I think we all agree that it's quite emotional when you've been putting a lot of effort into something and then you have to change it. However, it has also been quite cathartic because it gives you something to do, if nothing else. And so I'd like to just show you a little bit of what I have been doing and some of the decisions I've made based on what I found and the comments and suggestions from you all. So thank you for those. So the first thing where your comments were relevant was the area where the coaches were derailing underneath the terminal station. Several people made a comment, couldn't I space the tracks out, ease the curves, and particularly ease the reverse curve. Well, I had another look and realised, yes, I could. So I have done that. Need to do some testing, but in a moment you'll see why I can't test it just at the second. So you may remember at the end of one of the previous videos, I had removed the tracks at the top, which connected up to the middle station, and just had two tracks left that swept up from the lower level round and into the storage sidings. Well, when I was looking at it and taking aboard some of the comments that you've all made, I realised that I was constraining myself. The two tracks, which you can see on the board in the middle, were positioned so that there was room for a track at the back, where that scrap bit of track is, and tracks at the front. That meant that the tracks were going up in the middle of the area. However, now that I don't need to have the tracks coming down from the terminal station, of course those tracks could move closer to the wall, and that would give a better sweep into the storage sidings and make the change of gradients and things easier to accommodate. So that's the first thing that I've made a decision about, is to realign the tracks. And if we go round and have a look at the tracks coming out from underneath, you can see that one of the tracks does have a kink in it already, so we can straighten that out. We can move the tracks to the back and get a better alignment. The other issue was that the tracks were having to start the gradient up, and it was constrained by the terminal station being just above. That height meant that the change had to be right towards the end. But now the terminal station is higher, we can actually start the gradient a bit further back, ease the gradient and ease the vertical curves, which will be good. And coming round to this end and the storage sidings, then by bringing the tracks in at a different alignment, we can actually improve the layout of the points and avoid some reverse curves. So the point work underneath here has been taken up, and I'm just working out how to realign it, which points to use, and that should then hopefully give a better alignment into the three storage sidings, making them all usable. So that's the very short progress update. Things ripped out, but hopefully it'll be better in the short term, and then we can begin to connect everything up, retest this lower level before we put the higher level on and drop the terminal station down into its final position. So that's the plan. Keep you informed.